Let's do it. So we're going to start this draft, and right off the bat, I'm very, very curious because we are going to trade. I'm curious what this number 6 pick is going to be for the Carolina Panthers. So let's resume. All right, let's see who they took. They took Evan Neal, a tackle, which they need. So the Panthers did not take a quarterback early. And that's imperative. I've been on this whole Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get traded, day 2, all that stuff. So here's what we're going to do. This is how we're starting this draft. We're going to make a trade. And we're jumping in right now, and I'm going to the Carolina Panthers, and we're going to trade them Jimmy Garoppolo. So let's try to see exactly what we can do, because they don't have a second or third round pick. Now, they do have some late round picks, and I think we would get their next pick, which isn't until the 4th round. It's pick 137. But I think what the trade would be, and I've been saying this all along, we'd get their 4th rounder this year. Doesn't really move the needle much. But then we would get a conditional 2nd rounder next year. So and again, they're going to accept this. You can force the trade or offer the trade on this app if you haven't messed with Pro Football Focus Draft Simulator. But I think this is the actual compensation that we will get. So we would get their 4th rounder this year, pick number 137, and a 3rd rounder for 2023 that if Jimmy had a certain number of starts or play snaps, something along those lines, and that would move into a 2nd. So I'm an optimist. So I'm going to say 4th rounder this year from the Panthers and a 2nd rounder next year. I'm going to offer this trade. Here we go. Trade accepted. We just went from least amount of cap space in the NFL to number 3. And all of that money after the draft you could use, for extensions, whatever. There's still a lot of players out there available, all that stuff. So I'm excited, man. This is great news. And look at this. Yeah. Now we've got a lot more draft capital. We are slated currently. I see his swan song. He says, now use that draft capital to trade up. Yes, if somebody falls, for sure we're gonna monitor that. I'm gonna slow down the pace of this draft right now. But yeah, we have 11 picks currently in 2023, and with this now we have 12. We got to spend some of that, and I think that we will. So let's resume the draft as these names are going off. I don't think that we're gonna have enough to trade up into the 1st round, and I'm okay with that. Oh man, is it gonna let me go back to I want to see who's next on the clock. I don't think it's going to let me see who's available. Oh, this is frustrating. Yeah, this is one of the issues with. Yeah, you don't get to really see who's left on there, which is frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So where I would want to trade up or start to look is around the 50s. But again, this is one of the many problems with this, whatever. All of them have an issue. All of them have issues. But I'm going to go ahead and resume now just to get to pick 61 because you can't see the board until it's your time to pick if you did a trade. So that's rough. So here we go. We're at pick 61. We're going to be moving around. Don't you worry. And I think one of the best things about this draft is, I only have 14 first-round graded players on my big board. But I've got 30-plus second-round grades. So there's a lot of guys that are available. Yeah, and Christian Watson, let's see where he went. He went 51. What it would have cost to trade up to that 51 spot. Yeah, I know everybody wants him. He's incredible. Some other guys, Jalen Petry's gone. Jaquan Brisker, the safety's gone. George Pickens went early. I think that y'all better get used to that. If George Pickens is there at 61, I would have taken him. Sky Moore's gone. Jahan Dotson's gone. There's a lot of studs gone. Well, let's talk about who's available, and we have some trade interest, okay? So we can trade back if that's something that we wanted to do. Oh, grab Cameron Thomas. I see you, Kali. He is there. He's a lot of fun. If we look at what he did now, he's a little bit bigger. Now, 6'4", 267. If you look at kind of what he's not the biggest speed guy. A lot of people have him pegged as a 3-4 defensive end, but he's a bigger guy that is a great edge player, not going to be that speed, D Ford off the edge type of a guy. Jalen Tolbert, that's a fun wide receiver that I like. Kirby Joseph, safeties there. Justin Ross, wide receiver. Dylan Parham. Now this is a cat that I really, really like. and just one of the fastest, best first steps I've ever seen on an interior offensive lineman. He's going to excel completely in this kind of zone scheme because, again, you can see strength's not there, but explosiveness, speed, flexibility, all those things, he's a traits guy. Keep going down. Josh Paschal. I like Paschal. He's not somebody. Oh, they don't have all their stuff on it. Come on, Pro Football Focus, get your stuff together. He's good. Not a huge amount of production, but again, another edge guy. Now let's look at what teams. And again, I want to pay attention to just a couple more positions. So let's look at just all the wide receivers that are available. Alec Pierce, another guy that I really, really like. I really like this cat. He just kind of does almost everything, and man, he's really, really good. I really like Alec Pierce, Khalil Shakir, John Mechie, Calvin Austin, David Bell's there. That's interesting. They've got him ranked pretty low. He's kind of a do-it-all wide receiver. So I'm going to wait. Let's see here. Let's jump around. I'm going to spend a lot more time on these first couple picks just so you know. Offensive tackle, which I think is something that, teams could look at, especially the 49ers. I don't know if you saw that picture of Mike McGlinchey. Yeesh. Yeah, that's looking rough. Nicholas Petit Friere's there. Kellen Deesh is there. I am not seeing... Yeah, your guy's gone, I believe. Tyler Smith, I think he's gone. He got picked. Interior offensive line. Let's see what's there. Dylan Parham, Donovan West, Cole Strange. There's so many. I want all three of them. So I'm going to wait on that because there's still three there. That is a potential trade-up spot. Even if they don't start now, I think it's important. Cam Jurgens, they're so low on him. He should be so much higher. But, there's 4 guys that I really, really want here. 5 guys with Lindstrom. I'm going to hold off on the interior offensive line. Let's see our corners that are available. Marcus Jones there. Because, I did a breakdown on Cam Taylor-Britt, who I really, really, really like. So there's some guys there. There's nobody I'm in love with. I don't know about you guys. Is there anybody you're seeing that I've talked about on this board that you just really want me to pick right now? Let's see. Cameron Thomas is the one that I'm seeing in the chat. Love Cam Jurgens. Budget Linderbaum. That's right. Now, here's the issue. And there's nobody that's jumping out like, oh, man, I can't believe this person fell there. We do have some people that want to trade back. You have the Bengals that are 2 spots behind. I don't want to fall back to Browns 78, Patriots. Those are too far. The Bengals are a legit option to trade back here. I don't know. Right now, I'm leading definitely best player available, Cameron Thomas. I don't think that it solves our problem. Zion's gone. I'm not seeing him in there. He's not there either. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's get fun. Let's get freaky here. I want to see what can I get for dropping back 2 spots from 61 to 63. And it kind of shows you how likely they are to accept the trade or not. So, yeah, we can't get their 3rd round for 2 spots. We might be able to get another 4th, though, which is pretty dang good. I'm seeing a Lover 85. Yeah, it looks like we could 79% chance to be accepted. So we would give up pick 61. We would get pick 63, and we would get pick 136. So I like that a lot. So I'm going to offer this trade. Let's see here. Trade accepted. So we're going to fall back 2 spots. Okay, so let's go back. Let's resume the draft. Who did they trade up for? Quay Walker, a linebacker. I like Quay Walker. That's a very good value pick. Now we're back on the clock, and the player that I wanted, that I would have gone with anyway, is still there. It's still there. So Cameron Thomas is still there at edge, and that's who I want to do. Now, I'm going to pick him. Now, you can look at our picks up in the top right. We still have pick 93, 105. We've picked up 2 additional 4th rounders, 134 and 136. I don't want to stay too long there, though. So I'm going to, now, again, here's the problem. After I draft my player, well, let me see who's, let's see here. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. I'm taking Cameron Thomas. So we got our edge player, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Just want to say thanks for watching and supporting the 49ers Rush podcast channel. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so in the middle of the screen now. And here are a few extra videos if you want to check that out for some more 49ers content. Just want to say thank you. And as always, stay strong, faithful.